really excited to tell you guys about this quiet little area in North Burnaby that I used to only ever drive into at night into wintertime. I had a job in high school delivering food in the area, and that was the first time I had ever been in there. Every time I went, it was raining, it was dark, I couldn't see the addresses because there were so many trees. I seriously thought I was delivering noodles to Fangorn Forest. I half expected Treebeard to open the door, take the bag, and tell me that a couple of hobbits had ordered the takeout. And then I grew up, and I became a real estate agent in Vancouver. I finally got to see this place on a warm summer day, and it was gorgeous. While the rest of Burnaby is busy putting up 40-story buildings and ranting about the height of multiplex homes, this little pocket up near Burnaby Mountain has been sitting under a canopy of trees, minding its own business, quietly being wonderful. Stay tuned as we unravel why Forest Grove might be the most underrated address in the city. Hi, my name is Simon Liu, and I am your friend in real estate here in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. I've helped people make smart real estate moves across Greater Vancouver for nearly 2 decades. If you're thinking about making a move, my team and I would love to help. I invite you to send a message using the information below, and let us help you find your happy home. Put on your hiking shoes because today we're talking about Forest Grove, one of the most underrated neighborhoods in North Burnaby, and everything you need to know before buying or moving here. We're going to talk about where it is, who actually lives here, what it's like to get around, the amenities, who would thrive here, who honestly should not move here, and of course, what it's going to cost. Are you ready? Let's go. Standing on the side of the road, looking north from Production Way SkyTrain station, you're going to think that it's just a bunch of trees. Who would ever think that anyone would live there? Leading up to it from the SkyTrain station or the highway, it does seem that way since it's an industrial area full of warehouses and offices. Driving straight into the forest, you begin to have visions of May meeting Totoro. Except instead of the giant magical forest spirit, you get very nice townhomes and someone else's golden retriever. Still pretty good. Forest Grove is part of the Forest Hills sub-area, and it sits in North Burnaby, tucked into the lower slopes of Burnaby Mountain. SFU is basically up the hill behind you, Burnaby Lake is down below, and Loweed Highway is your quick drive in and out. If Burnaby neighborhoods like Brentwood and Metrotown are loud, ambitious siblings always getting the attention, Forest Grove is the quiet middle child who reads books and somehow ended up being the most stable adult in the family. If you're researching neighborhoods in Burnaby and trying to figure out where to buy on this side of the city, Forest Grove is the one that doesn't come up often enough. The whole area is wrapped in mature trees, which is not just a detail, it's the entire personality. One resident online described how heavily treated streets actually keep the place cooler in the summer. So while the rest of us are melting onto our patios in July, people in Forest Grove are sitting in their natural shade, smug, and frankly, I don't blame them one bit. Here's the thing though, there's one detail about Forest Grove that completely changes whether this neighborhood is right for you. And it's not the trees, it's not the price, and it's not the commute. Stick around. Forest Grove is a family kind of place, and it's one of those Burnaby neighborhoods where people who find it tend to stay. There are a lot of established homeowners who bought decades ago and have absolutely no intention of leaving. Professionals who want to be close to the city without living in a glass box. And SFU faculty and grad students who figured out that living near the bottom of a mountain beats commuting to the mountain every single day. The professors bought 15 years ago, the grad students rent a room from the professors. It's the circle of academic life. It's quiet, it's the type of neighborhood where the most dramatic thing that happens on a Tuesday is seeing 2 Amazon trucks drive into the complex at the same time. And honestly, for a lot of people, that is the dream. Okay, you got me. That was my idea for Wild Tuesday. I've been in real estate for almost 20 years. My bar for excitement is calibrated accordingly. So if that sounds like exactly the kind of quiet you've been looking for, hold on, because how you get around here is either going to seal the deal or end the conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about getting around, because this is where Forest Grove is either going to be with you or against you. If you have a car, life is good. You're minutes from Loweed Highway. Highway 1 is right there, and you can be downtown or out of the suburbs without much drama. If you're commuting from North Burnaby to downtown Vancouver, you've got options. Transit exists, and the buses will get you up to SFU or over to the SkyTrain station. But I'll be straight with you. This is not a step out of your door and onto the SkyTrain kind of neighborhood. You can walk to Production Way SkyTrain station in about 13 to 15 minutes through the trails and most likely in the rain, which in Metro Vancouver, where walking distance to SkyTrain is real estate jargon that usually means a 40-minute uphill slog in the rain, this is actually not too bad. So if your idea of paradise is never owning a car, this might test that relationship a little. So here's where I'm going to be straight with you. Forest Grove is not for everyone, and I'd rather tell you now than have you figured out after you've already signed something. That's next. If you're into outdoor living, the headline here is that you're surrounded by some of the best green space and trails in Burnaby. At the top of Burnaby Mountain, are some of the most beautiful panoramic views in the city. And SFU is up there too, if you want to, just in case you want to lecture, or a really scenic place to walk around pretending you still go there. No one will know. Burnaby Mountain Golf Course is right there as well, and it's public, which means you do not need to know a guy to get a tee time. For everyday errands and shopping, you're a short drive from Logie Town Centre and Brentwood Town Centre, two of the biggest retail hubs in North Burnaby. For families, the schools are a real draw. Forest Grove Elementary and Burnaby Mountain Secondary are both right in the area, which is one of the reasons this neighborhood holds its value so well with family homebuyers. It is not a neighborhood with a buzzing main street full of cafes and brunch lineups. If you need your eggs Benny and a 2-hour wait on a Sunday to feel alive, Forest Grove is not your place. But if you've been trying to quit that habit anyway, consider this a relocation assisted intervention. The trade-off you're making is fewer thrills in exchange for more trees and some peace and quiet. Some people would sign that deal in a heartbeat. So now that you know what life in Forest Grove actually looks like day to day, let's figure out whether you're actually the right person for this neighborhood, because not everyone is, and that's okay. So let's do the honest part. Who is going to enjoy living in Forest Grove? Families who want space, good schools, and a safe, quiet street for the kids to play on. Anyone who works at or near SFU. People who own a car and like green space more than a nightlife. And buyers who want a North Burnaby address with a bit more elbow room than what the modern towers can give you. If that's you, you're going to love it here. Now, who should probably not move to Forest Grove? If you're car free and you need the SkyTrain at your doorstep, this will frustrate you. If you want a walkable main street with restaurants and coffee shops every 50 meters, this is just not what it is. And if you need constant action and energy outside your window, you will be bored. And when you are bored, you will blame me. And I cannot have that on my conscience. At least you found out before you made the move up here. And that's why we are making these videos. Now, for the number everyone tuned in for. What does it actually cost to live in Forest Grove? If you're looking at Forest Grove and Burnaby real estate, on the townhome side, you're generally looking at median of around the mid 900s, with a range landing somewhere between mid 700s and just over $1 million, depending on the size and how recently it's been updated. For a North Burnaby townhome with this much green space around it, that price per square foot is honestly not bad. Now, there are no detached homes up here in Forest Grove, but the surrounding area offers a good variety. As it is part of the Forest Hills sub-area, you can find some detached homes in another little hidden gem between Forest Grove and the Burnaby Mountain Golf Course. Additionally, you'll also find some detached homes in nearby Sullivan Heights or Montecito. A lot of homes here are around 40 years old and very spacious, which buyers love, but it also means replacement and renovation costs can climb. So detached pricing runs well into the premium range. If you want exact numbers on what is available in North Burnaby real estate market right now, that's literally my job. And I encourage you to reach out to have that discussion. If you're thinking about buying in Burnaby and you haven't looked at Forest Grove yet, that's the whole point of this video. It's quiet, it's green, it's close to everything without being in the middle of everything. And it has been excellent this whole time while the rest of us weren't looking. If it looks like a fit, it probably is. If it doesn't, at least now you know before you found out the hard way. So does this sound like a place you want to live in? Your first step is to email me at info@happyhomesvancouver.com or send a text message to 778-688-6838. And let's help you get settled into your happy home. If you found this video helpful and want to see more of it, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel or share with a friend so that you can help us help more people. In the meantime, check out my guide on the rest of North Burnaby. We'll have a link for you in the show notes. Again, my name is Simon Liu, here to serve you here in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.